what Yehuda was attempting to do is bringing together, Vayigash elav ki Yehuda hisod hanukva, dainu tefillah, v'Yosef hisod geula. Yosef is the sod, is the secret of geula. What do you mean, the sod of geula? At the very beginning of this evening, we were talking about being masters of our own destiny. How many really are? How many can say, I control everything? I mean, the weather isn't going to bother me. It's not going to spoil my season. And earthquakes will not interfere with my daily life. Crime will not interfere with my daily life. I mean, the environment, for most of us, is so overwhelming and pervading that we make very few decisions of our own that are independent of our environment. In other words, we're governed by television, by advertisements, what we wear, all of these things govern us on how we behave most of the time. In fact, I don't like to wear a tie. And I guess while I appear on camera, I should wear a tie. I'm not going to wear a tie. At least I rebel in that, to that respect. But in any event, most of us do not control. We are not free people, that means, because if we are governed by our environment, if the style, the clothes we wear, is governed and dictated by whom? By me? What style I should wear, David? I mean, you and I know styles are important, right? No, who decided on the styles? Not me and you, but some fancy designer, maybe in Paris or even maybe in New York. He decided what we're all going to wear.
In Hong Kong.
See, even that, or maybe even Hong Kong decides today. Can you imagine how far the influence extends? All the way from Hong Kong. Tells me what I'm going to wear, what I'm not going to wear, what clothes are out of style, everything. What restaurants are in, what restaurants are out. And if you're into a nightclub, it's the one that's in or the one that's out. Who decided all that? What kind of haircut you take, right? Who decided that? Every aspect of our life is not governed really by ourselves. We are not, in essence, free. So what is the Amidah about? So where is that non-freedom? In the illusionary aspect. Everything that deals really with the physical world is the world that creates bondage. Yosef, Yehuda, wanted to interfere. Remember we said the reason Yosef didn't go back because, you see, he knew that he would be interfering with the whole exile and the whole exodus. But that didn't preclude, but Yehuda felt, I am in the realm of Malchut. This is great. Yosef's sitting up there in Zeir Anpin, and he's watching the show, right? And he says, I can't interfere, but I'm the one who's involved, right? I'm the one who's going to get it over the head, because I'm the one in that realm of Malchut, right? The physical reality. Let's see if I can change it. So he wanted to connect with Yesod, because Yesod represents Gula. That's a 99%. See these atoms? Look how free they are. Once they become part of the physical reality, where are they? That's their new home. Here they can float free as a bird. The moment they have been captured in the physical reality, they are what? Slaves. They are no longer free. The same way as for most of us, even if we are successful businessmen. We are not free. There is a customer that I need, or there is a legislation that I have to become. We are not free. People to be able to say they are genuinely free, no one can tell me what to do. Look around. Search for that individual. Free. You know what that word free means? That you do what you... The hippies thought they had found it. Right? They thought they found it. To be free, to run away to some commune out somewhere. They were going to run away from the physical reality. That's not the Kabbalistic approach. Kabbalistic approach is stay where the Malchut is, because you need that parallel universe. But that doesn't mean you can't connect with Yesod at the same time. Connect with Yesod at the same time. Move yourself and live there most of the times. Oh, you'll get it on the head occasionally because you're in that physical reality. Vayigash elav Yehuda. Yehuda went close to Yosef because he wanted to connect. Two parallel universes, two separate universes, but they can come together. They can come together. What do you mean they can operate and complement each other? They remain separate and distinct like in the bulb. They may appear like the two tracks coming together, but do the two tracks ever come together? Never. Never. Same way as in a bulb. The positive and negative never come together. This was Vayigash elav Yehuda. So the Zohar says that he was trying to elevate, and that's why the Amidah, and the purpose of the Amidah, and this is what we have to think about when we pray the Amidah, is that we want, says the Zohar, Geula, freedom. Freedom. That's what the Amidah is all about. Freedom. Because when you have freedom, you don't have all of the dictates that force you into situations that you don't want to be. Right? You want to feel free. The word freedom already encompasses intelligence. The word freedom encompasses all of the needs that are necessary. It encompasses health. If you have freedom, you've touched, like we said before. Why do you have to go through the route of Tylenol? Isn't there some way I can connect without Tylenol? Not to a temporary lift. Isn't there a place that has permanent relief? No, there is no such thing. There must be something like that, because not everybody has headaches. How come some people have headaches and others don't have headaches? You ever figured out that? Who determines who has headaches and who doesn't have headaches?
People themselves.
What?
People themselves.
That's right. Well, who wants headaches? You mean someone decided that he wants a headache? Says the Zohar.
They say I have a headache. They have a headache.
And if he says I don't have a headache, he doesn't have the headache.
That's right.
Maybe. But I think it involves more than that. Again, if we take these two parallel universes, the headache is illusionary, because the headache, certainly the soul doesn't feel the headache. Soul can feel internal pain, but it's not headaches that it feels. So what is the pain that we experience on that 1% level? What dictates when one has a headache and one does not have a headache is, even the physician tells you. What does he tell you? Stress. The new word.
Yeah.
New word, right? You have a headache, what's the cause of it? Now they can really boil it down to and focus in on one word. Stress. Remove stress. Remove stress. My whole life is bound up with stress. What I gotta wear, even if I don't want to wear it. What I gotta eat, even if I don't want to eat it. What affair I have to go, even if I don't want to go. I mean, all day it's only stress. I want to do one thing, everybody else tells me you've got to do it another way. Right? So how do you avoid stress? You run away. One possibility. No. The Zohar says, Vayigash elav Yehuda. If you know how you can connect, if you know how you can reach another dimension, that is all that's required. Because within all of us, once all of these chariots have established the possibility for link up with another dimension, all of us can do it. All of us. And we can actually be free. So each day, although I haven't seen it too much, maybe in the Bet HaKnesset, with all these people praying, and I haven't seen the removal of stress, nor have I seen the freedom. But in any event, according to the Zohar, when you pray the Amidah, and you at least are conscious, and all you have to do is at least be conscious that you wish to achieve Geula through the Amidah, you have already hooked up and linked up with that dimension. Now, is that so difficult? I mean, let's say you can pray. Now, what happens if you can't pray? He's left out. He's left out, right? So what happens if you can't pray in Hebrew? You don't know the words. Scan it. A new concept. Scanning it. If that fellow in the supermarket thought about it, I think it's good for us to accept it also. Scan it. Scan the Shemona Esrei in Hebrew, because it is not as important to know what is being said than using the instrument of the Aleph Bet. Using the Aleph Bet to make that connection. And where do you get that connection? You get it with Geula, freedom. Because once you have freedom, there's no stress, there's nothing. There's nothing. Even the pain becomes a source of refreshing. The pause that refreshes. You know, if you didn't have pain, you would never appreciate the period of non-pain. So it's a pause that refreshes. Do you think it's only Coke? Pain. Okay.